What is up, everyone? This is Review It. I'm James, and I know it's been a while since there's been a video. Mainly that's because, one, I have not been seeing a lot of movies recently. Been caught up playing The Witcher 3. Yeah, it's kind of destroyed my life. It's basically taken over everything. However, I did get a chance to see Tomorrowland just the other day, and while I would love to make this video my Tomorrowland review, in fact, that's what I wanted to do, I'm actually unable to do that. And the reason being is because when I went to see this movie, my theater had a group of little children and caretakers of some sort. I don't know if it was their mothers or whatever. These kids whined, cried, played around through the entire film, and the theater staff did nothing about it at all. So I feel that if I tried to give Tomorrowland a review, it would not be fair. So, with that being said, all I can tell you guys is that I've seen Tomorrowland, and it was pretty to look at, but I really cannot evaluate that movie fairly. So instead, what I'm going to do is, when I see the film again, which who knows if it'll be when it's in theaters or when it comes out on DVD later in the year, who knows what that's going to be. But whenever I see the movie again, I will do another video and it will be a fair review. But for right now, I'm going to take the chance to basically put out a public warning to any of you who are watching and to anyone that has gone through what I've gone through. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a parent and you decide you want to see a movie, right, and say you have young children, and these children don't know how to behave themselves in a movie theater, please do not take them. Even if you want to see the movie badly, find a babysitter, find something you can do with your children. Do not take them to that movie, unless it's a kid's movie. If it's a family movie, fine, then I understand. But Tomorrowland is not. Yeah, it's a Disney movie, but it is actually a pretty complex movie. There were a lot of things that had to be explained to the audience, and kids don't understand that stuff. And believe me, the trailers make it look like it's this visual spectacle that all kids are going to just be like, wow. But they're not. That's the thing. There really is not a whole lot of crazy, insane imagery that's going to keep kids interested. And these kids that were at this movie theater were proof of that. I cannot tell you how irritating it was to just sit there and listen to this there was a little baby and there were two younger children. One of them was a boy and he was probably 5 or 6, and this little kid was just running around the theater, changing seats between who he was sitting with and just moving around. There was another little girl that was sitting there, but basically whenever something cool popped up on the screen, she was like, whoa, look at that, look at that, hey, is that? Is that this thing? Then on top of that, there was a little baby. A little baby. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This little baby, every 5 minutes or so, would just start screaming and crying for some unknown reason. And it was the most irritating thing ever. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, well, why didn't you go complain? Why didn't you go do something about it? Well, there was a theater attendant in the room for the whole movie. There was an employee of that theater, Cobb's Theater from Gulf Shores, Alabama. Sorry, I just dropped something. Cobb's Theater in Gulf Shores, Alabama. For you guys need to get a better staff, and you guys need to learn how to handle the patrons who are at your theater. First off, it was a pretty looking theater, but the service sucked. As in, when I was at the concession stand with my girlfriend, who we had gone to the beach that day and we were seeing the movie and stuff, when we went up there to get, concessions and stuff, this lady just looked uninterested, looks like she didn't want to be there, was not very attentive at all. Secondly, we're in the movie theater and there's an employee sitting in there making sure that everything is fine. And these little kids are just whining the whole time and this employee does nothing about it. And even some people got up and went and complained. There were a couple people in there. Like, there was myself, my girlfriend, there was this family of kids. Then there were maybe 2 or 3 other little groups of people. And members from both of those 2 groups went up and complained. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. It is amazing to me. Just, oh my gosh. Just the lack of care for who you're bothering or who you know, who else is in the room with you. And look, I'm getting off topic. The point here is that if you are a parent or whatever, do not take your little kids to see a movie, because when you do, if they don't know how to control themselves, now if the kids know how to be polite, they know how to be quiet, they know how to control themselves, fine, by all means take them. But when they're a little kid who has never been to a big movie theater, or just doesn't know how to be quiet, or doesn't know how to contain themselves, do not take them. Or at least if you do and they start acting up, take them out of the theater. Do not leave them in there and just expect them to get over it. I mean, throughout this whole film, when that little baby would start crying, I can't tell you how many times that her caretaker or whatever that was holding her would just be like, shh, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet. That's not going to do anything. Like, are you serious? It's not going to do anything. Have some freaking common sense and take the kid out of the movie theater. You are disrupting everyone else's experience. People like me couldn't even pay attention to the movie because these people were sitting right down the row from me. It pissed me off more than anything because Tomorrowland was on my top 5 most anticipated movies. You know, we did the video, and it was on there. It was on my top 5 most anticipated. I was excited to see this movie. I finally got a chance to see it, and we were sitting down, getting ready to enjoy it. We got through the first maybe 10 minutes without these people coming in. They came in 10 minutes into the movie, and from then on out, it was just a haze. I couldn't remember anything that happened. I cannot review that movie fairly. I can't. I just can't. So, like I said, if you're a parent or whatever, just don't take small children to the movie theater, please. It disrupts everyone else's experience, and I know that there are people out there who just don't care. They're like, oh, I don't care. I'm having a fun time with my kids. Oh, I'm used to my kids crying all the time. Well, some other people are not. I don't have kids. I'm not married. So even though I have a younger brother who does cry a lot, and you know, when he was a baby, he cried a lot. Even though I have all that, it's been a few years since I've been around a baby constantly crying. So I really don't want to experience it again, you know, until I have my own kids. Alright, well that's all for this video. There's not going to be any editing. I'm not doing anything with my green screen. No cutting. I just turned the camera on and went. So hopefully it turns out alright, and hopefully it's cohesive and you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. But like I said before, yeah, there hasn't been a lot of videos simply because, one, I've been playing The Witcher. That game's taken over my life and I'm enjoying every second of it. That review will be out soon, next couple days. I'm going to start working on it very shortly. Yeah, so with that being said, I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you all for watching.